Hey everyone, good morning. So I am here to talk about just getting your ass in shape and why you are overcomplicating things, and then the solution of how we're going to simplify things and really, in a nice way, dumb it down. So, we try to, in life, like when things start getting a little bit easy for us, our tendency is to try and overcomplicate things. And that's just human nature. And that's actually kind of cool in one way, because like when you reach a certain goal, even though we think that's going to equal satisfaction, most of the time it never does. So that's why, like, when we strive for new things, strive for new goals, I mean, that's kind of cool. But the bad thing is like when we work so hard and we're waiting to see a result, and then we finally do see a result, but we don't appreciate it. We don't take the time to absorb it. Like, I guess, reward ourselves in a way, like mentally, positively, that type of thing, for what we've done and the time we've put in. So, if our whole goal is to keep checking away or keep chipping away and try and like work and progress towards our goals, and like when we do make that little bit of incremental progress, if we don't reward ourselves, then like it's a constant pain. It's a source of just it's work with no reward, and that would never work. Like, I know for me, like, I love what I do, and I would probably still be helping people and doing something similar if I didn't get paid for it. But at the same time, I would also have to have another job or profession or career, and my attention would have to go there. So like if you were doing something that's like painstaking and suffering, as in fitness and restricting certain foods or whatever your case might be, and you don't get rewarded, like, yes, you'll still probably do it and you do kind of care about yourself, but like, it's always good to have just like that reward, whether it's a pat on the back, whether it's a tangible thing, or whether it's just like that sense of well-being and accomplishment. Like, we need that. So what the solution to that is to have check marks and have like check-in dates, and basically to have a game plan. So that way it doesn't become emotional, it becomes like reactional, instinctual, and then really you're just kind of following a schedule. And that's the way you want to do it. Like the best athletes, the best talents, the best, everything in the world is they're so practice and prepared. And it's because of their daily habits of like their foundation, so that when they actually have to react and be instinctual and reactional, like it looks smooth. And we're like, oh, well, they have natural talent. Oh, they have natural ability. No, they're practiced, they're rehearsed. So that's what we need to do for you. So next Thursday night, we are kicking off the 75 Days to Live Fit program. And what that is again, just another fancy name, because if I don't give it a title, you'll never show up. But basically what we're doing is we are setting up your own personalized plan for the next 75 days. So if you take a, kind of a thought of the math of that, obviously it's 10 weeks plus a couple extra days, because we know we always come out of a weekend with a little bit of a rebound. So it's basically going to be like your 10-week plan with like a 5-day peak week to really get some good transformation pictures and really see what you can accomplish over the long term. And the reason why, instead of being a 14-day or 21-day or 28-day program like we normally do, is because I know this is like a busy time during summer. We don't have as much time to commit to fitness. So what you're actually going to be doing is committing small chunks of time all throughout consistently over those 75 days. And that's how you're going to reach your goal and your destination. So let me just kind of give you like the big picture real quick. That way we don't take too much of your time, but this is kind of what we're going to look like for next week. So we're going to lay out what the big goal is. Then we're going to lay out, like, if we had to pick 4 steps or, 4 actions or 4 changes in your life that would get you there, what would they be? Out of those, what's the easiest one that you can start with? We're going to put that first. That's going to be your consistency for like 2 weeks, or whatever we feel kind of like a good checkpoint and like deadline for you to now add something else. So then we'll add in the next thing. The second thing's probably going to be like, the second most difficult, not your most difficult thing, because we're still going to save that. So we want you to build up some momentum. So you're going to take the easiest thing, then we're going to take like the second hardest thing, and then 2 to 3 weeks later, whatever we set our goal and our checkpoint is, then we're going to put that hardest thing in there. So what I want you to think about is like your progress here is going to be almost like a mountain, or not your progress, but your effort. So once we get to like the top, that midpoint, probably about 6 weeks, is going to be about a week or 2 as kids get back into school. You're going to be at that point to where you're now going to have more time to yourself, and you're going to start ramping up. So this is going to be the point, instead of like kind of like figuring out your fitness and getting started again, you're already going to have a good foundation in place. You're going to be rehearsed in practice, and then you're going to put that into place. So that's when you start like kind of pushing that pedal to the metal. So the whole idea is the downward part is you're now going to basically start to that momentum and that snowball effect of when that weight loss starts coming off. We're going to put in the effort first. Then when you finally get to that point of like end of summer, we can tighten up the diet a little bit. We can tighten up the workouts a little bit. Then we start coming down that slope. and that's where we get to day 75. So what we're going to do after that is we'll take one of your habits as we start on that downfall, and we're going to take one of those first 3 things, and we're going to say, how can we tweak that just a little bit, make it just a little bit either more challenging, more regimented, something along those lines. So we're not creating new habits, we're actually just tweaking them a little bit. And then when we get to those final 2 weeks, we're going to tweak one more thing, and that way we get that nice kind of momentum going into basically the holiday season, because guys, believe it or not, it's going to happen. So it'll be basically like September 1st, September 10th, somewhere in that range when you finish your 75 days. So right after that, we have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, New Year's, and then you're starting a resolution all over again when you really should have been going starting today, or really next Thursday. So 7 p.m. next Thursday, we are having food brought in from Rebuilt Meals. If you're one of the first 45 people to RSVP on the Facebook calendar event, you will be guaranteed one of those meals. Just make sure you click the going though, and we'll try and get as many additional meals as we can. It does not mean you can't show up if we have more than 45. It just means that you might not get some food, but you'll get your worksheet, you'll have your packet. We'll all be on the same page so that we're working together, holding each other accountable and staying consistent during this busy summertime, but then working into the new school year and going into the holidays. So see you next Thursday night, 7 p.m. Get there at 6:45 to get your meals, get your seats, and we'll be getting started on your next 10 and a half weeks to really kick your butt in gear. So I'll see you guys there. See you next Thursday. Have a great weekend.